Director Wes Anderson hasn't ever done anything quite like this. You could say that films like The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou and The Darjeeling Limited brought him to this mise-en-scène masterpiece as a process of maturing in his art. To me, it's the best and most accessible work of his career. Put me in his fan column, at last. The style is altogether artificial, what with the actors immersing themselves into building a world of human speech and conduct that wouldn't be recognized as normal in a nut house. Still, the nuts there would probably love the stylization and intuitively understand the world it formulates. Besides, doesn't artificial start with art? In this case, the art is in using the medium of film to tell a story in a way that suggests a fable or a fairy tale in a book. Each scene is a tableau of characters and setting, as if to say, once upon a time there was this town, and in it there were a boy and a girl who, though very young, decided that they wanted to be together for the rest of their lives, beginning now. The narrative isn't linear. It uses the shifting of time to explain some key actions and behavioral idiosyncrasies, and it raises the level of suspense and drama. We wonder, for instance, why 12-year-old Susie Bishop, played by pubescent Cara Hayward in her debut, the elder daughter of Mom Laura, Frances McDormand, and Dad Walt, Bill Murray, so avidly trains a pair of binoculars on the outside world from her window. She's at an age when hormones are beginning to assert themselves as the guiding principle in a tween's life. But what's this voyeurism from the sanctity of her home about? Well, besides accidentally catching Mom in a nighttime encounter with the local police chief, Captain Sharp, played by Bruce Willis, whatever has her glued to the binos remains elusive. Meanwhile, in Anderson's and screenwriter Roman Coppola's eccentric visions, one of the activities that the town of New Penzance, off the coast of New England, in the summer of 1965, takes very seriously is the Boy Scout troop under the stalwart leadership of Scoutmaster Ward, played by Edward Norton. And when 12-year-old Rebel Scout Sam Shakusky, played by debuting Jared Gilman, is reported missing from his scout troop, his recovery becomes an all-encompassing town mission. And then Susie goes missing. The town now is really jarred into action, which isn't necessarily all that competent, including when cold, bureaucratic social services, played by Tilda Swinton, steps in to provide no comfort. Providing perspective and his own absurdist presence to all this like an omniscient oracle, Bob Balaban narrates the drama with unflinching objectivity Anderson style. When things get out of hand, Commander Pierce, played by Harvey Keitel, Ward's senior officer in the Boy Scouts of America, shows up to throw his forces into the mix, with the Scoutmaster's future in question. Cousin Ben, played by Jason Schwartzman, enters the pic with a juicy, if brief, part in this original take on magical realism. The deadpan wit is as constant and focused as the compositional power, and it all deserves a high order of praise. It gives every character the singularity of an icon. As for the history of the technique of mise-en-scène, we've seen the like of it from Jean Moreau in her more serious Lumière, to the Coen brothers' Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, to which it's closely related. But this level of commitment to a style that contains a surprising emotional depth, given its static compositions and level of amusement, is all Anderson's. And when he's done, we're all going to know what Susie is so avidly looking for through those binoculars.